A luscious morning. Today the session is powered by Mrs. Lata Prasad. So previous classes we were discussing kinds of pronouns. Let us go through in detail. The first one, a reflexive pronoun. What is reflexive pronoun? Self is added to the pronouns like my, your, him, her. So adding self, that is a reflexive pronoun. Then compound personal prepositions like are, you, them. For that we'll use selves. Okay, for example, I pain myself. I pain myself. Here we use self form. And they hurt themselves. Then self form we have used here. Okay, so reflexive pronoun, it's nothing but using self and selves along with the pronouns concerned. Okay, fine. Let us go through. Next, number 2, emphatic pronoun. It used for the sake of emphasize only. These also self forms, but for emphasize we are using emphatic pronoun. Then it could not stand as a subject of the verb or object of the verb. Then example, I saw a cobra myself. Second example, you yourself can do it. The robbers themselves admitted their guilt. So here the cobra is the object here. Then here it is the object here. The robbers themselves admit their guilt. Guilt is the object here. So in short, emphatic pronouns are self forms only, but for the sake of emphasize, I can do it by myself. Then you yourself could do that. So that self form, it is emphasizing the work what we are going to do. Okay, so then shortly you have to remember like this. Emphatic pronouns are used for the sake of emphasize. It could not stand as a subject of the verb or object of the verb. Okay, fine. I hope everyone are following me. Let us start the third category of pronouns, demonstrative pronoun. What is demonstrative pronoun? In this pronoun, we are using this, that, these, those and such. Then it used to point out the object to which they refer. See here example, this is a good book. This is demonstrative pronoun. Then that same this we are using here. This book is good. Then here this is standing for demonstrative adjective. Why? It qualifies the common noun book. That's the reason. Here this is demonstrative adjective, and here the first this is demonstrative pronoun. Understood? Once again, under demonstrative pronouns we are using this, that, these, those, such. Okay, then for what purpose we are using that? To point out the object to which it refers. Okay, it's very interesting. Are you all following me? Then the first example, this is a good book. That is demonstrative pronoun. This here we use the this is demonstrative pronoun. That same place we are using this. This book is good. This book is good. There we are using demonstrative adjective. What is adjective? It qualifies a noun. So here the common noun is book. So here this is used for qualifying the book. That's the reason that is demonstrative adjective. Second example, these are books. These are books. That is demonstrative pronoun. Then these books are not worth reading. Understood the difference? Here these it is using to qualify the common noun books. So that is not demonstrative pronoun. That is demonstrative adjective. It qualifies the common noun books. Okay. Okay, fine. Let us go for further examples. That is my father. Here this, that we have used for demonstrative pronoun. Okay, you can say after me. Demonstrative pronoun. That ball is not smooth. Here this that is demonstrative adjective. Why? Because it qualifies the common noun ball. What type of a ball that is? It's qualified the ball. That's what this is, demonstrative adjective, and the first one is demonstrative pronoun. Okay. Then next example, those are your cows. Here those is demonstrative pronoun. Then what about this one? Those pencils are rough. So this is demonstrative adjective. Why? Because here those, it qualifies the common noun pencil. That is what? That is demonstrative adjective. I think all are following me. Then such are your friends. Here this such is demonstrative pronoun. Then another one, such rumors should not be believed. So here this such is used as demonstrative adjective. Why? Because it qualifies the common noun rumors. Okay, so now you understood. Did all of you understand why we have used these two in each examples? So see the place before or after what it refers, the meaning will be changing. Okay. Next category is indefinite pronouns. What is indefinite pronouns? It does not refer to any particular person or things, but it refers in general. It never concerns any particular person or things, but it refers in general things. See what all the words we can use here. One, anyone, none, some, few, all, many, other, others, somebody, nobody, everybody. These all the words will come under indefinite pronouns. Then the rule number 1. This is very important. One does not refer to any person. So what we have to do? Its possessive form once only we have to use, not his. For example, one must do one's duty. Example, one must do one's duty. One must do one's duty. Then most of the time students used to write like this. One must do his duty. That is wrong. One must do one's duty. Okay. Okay, fine. Let us go for in detail. Few more examples. Let us go through. The second rule is none is used in plural sense. Example, none of his poems are well known. None believe his words. So here plural form we have used. Plural form we have used. Okay. Then rule number 3. Some, few, all, many and others are used in plural sense. Example, some believes that it is true. Many are cold but few are chosen. Will we say many is called? Many are called because plural sense. All must die one day. So here all together. Rule number 2. Rule number 3. It's based on indefinite pronouns and both are describing plural sense. Are you all following me? Okay. Okay, fine. Let us go for next rule. 4th rule. The words like anybody, nobody, somebody, everybody, everyone. These are all we will use in singular sense. Just before what we learned, we used all plural sense. Now, these all the words whenever it comes under pronouns, we have to use only singular sense. Anybody can do his work. Somebody is there. Somebody are there, we won't say no. Somebody is there. Nobody likes this. Is there anyone in that class? Are anyone there in the class? We won't say no. Is there anybody in that class? Everybody wants to become rich. Everybody has his own thinking. It is not have. So we will take all these. Whenever you come across all these words, let it be anybody, somebody, nobody, everybody, everyone. Whenever it comes across, we will treat it or we will refer it singular sense only. Okay? Are you all following me? Let us go through next rule. Rule number 5. Okay, let us go through. All indefinite pronouns are third persons. What are third persons? He, she, it, they. And most of these are adjectives. What are adjectives? Qualifies noun, modifies noun. Example, some are cold. Here the some is used as pronoun. Okay? Then some girls are timid. Here these some are used as adjective. Why? Because this some qualifies the common noun girls. That is the reason this is adjective. Okay? The next one, few are good. This few is pronoun. This few is pronoun. Few men are elected. Few men are elected. Here this few is adjective. Why? Because this few qualifies the noun men. Even one is not selected. Here this one is pronoun. He is the only one boy in that class. Here this one is adjective. Why? Because it qualifies the noun boy. Okay? So here you have to remember only few things. One is indefinite pronouns are third persons and most of these are adjectives. So while selecting you can see what is pronoun and what is adjective. When you will find out adjective, that must come before the noun and it should qualify the nouns. Okay? Okay, fine. Let us go through some more examples. See, for each and every words I am giving you examples. So do much more homework at home. Practice it. Then only you can get more awareness of this. All are not able to do this work. Here this all is pronoun. All girls are not timid. Here this all is adjective. Why? Why? Because it qualifies the noun girls. Many of them are poor. Here this many is pronoun. And I have seen many deer in the forest. Why we use many deer? because the other class, masculine gender and feminine gender, when I taught you, certain uncommon feminine and masculine genders I gave. So for this, singular and plural, deer, deer only. So I have seen many deer. This many is non-adjective. This boy is clever and the other is not. I saw a tiger on the other day. This other is pronoun and this other is adjective. Why? Because it qualifies the day. Each other. What is the meaning of each other? Speaking two person or objects. And what is one another? More than two persons or things. For example, the two brothers fought with each other. Then robbers cheated one another. So these are all under pronouns, and where all we are using pronouns and where all we are using adjectives. Clearly for each and every words I give each examples. So go through, practice it and get at most use of this. It's very, very important, not only in your exams or public service commission exams or intermediate or degree. It's your lifetime. It's important questions what I give you. Okay, are you all following me? Are you all feeling happy? It's very interesting, no? Come on. Interrogative pronouns. What are interrogative pronouns? Only asking questions. These pronouns which we used for only asking questions. What, which, where, how, when. These are all interrogative pronouns only. Example, where are you going to? What are you talking about? These all will come under interrogative pronouns. Let us go through relative pronouns. Relative pronouns, interrogative pronouns are also used as relative pronouns, but it will use middle of the sentence. For joining two sentences, we'll use interrogative pronouns in relative sense. It does two functions, which relative pronouns does two functions. It used instead of a noun or a pronoun. Then it joins two statements as a conjunction also. Then for example, this is the man who stole your watch. This is the man who stole your watch. So here this is interrogative pronoun only. But this pronoun we have used middle of the sentence to join this part and this part. Two parts it is joining with this who, interrogative pronoun. That's what we will say this is in relative pronoun. If it comes first, what we must have used? Interrogative pronoun. So middle of the sentence it used to join two statements, that also as a conjunction work it is doing. It does as a conjunction work. That is why this is relative pronoun. It's very interesting, no? Okay. Okay. Let us go through some more examples for relative pronouns. These are the men whom the police caught. Here, whom is the relative pronoun which used for. He is a poet whose works are well known. Here, whose it is relative pronoun. This is what I want to talk. What is the relative pronoun? And this is a way which leads to my hometown. Relative pronoun. The examiner caught him when he was copying. I did not know the reason why he was late. So all these interrogative pronouns, how it is turning a relative pronoun in the sentence while joining first part and second part by adding one interrogative pronoun. So if it come middle of the sentence or middle of the statement, this interrogative pronoun tends to be a relative pronoun. So these are all relative pronouns only. So there is a slight similarity in interrogative pronoun and relative pronoun. Interrogative pronoun will use beginning of the sentence, and relative pronoun we use middle of the sentence or middle of the statement, and it works as a conjunction does. Will you all forget this? If someone call you when someone call you when you are asleep, also could you all able to say this? So you should thorough in that. The similarity between interrogative pronoun and relative pronoun, and what is the difference between both of that. I think you will never forget in your lifetime. Okay? Okay? This is the last topic in kinds of pronouns. Last but not least. Okay? So, it does double work in a sentence. It does, what does? Relative pronouns. I went to Venu who had gone out. Here, who stands for Venu. So, instead of noun as a pronoun, we have used who here. Then, what else the other work it does? It also joining two statements. This is one part and this is another part. So, it joined two statements together. It is he who did this. He who did this. Here who instead of pronoun, and again it is joining two statements. So, commonly, you remember in your mind, relative pronouns are used commonly in assertive sentence. Okay? Then, who is used an interrogative sentence to find out the subject, and whom we are using to get the object in the answer. These are the things you have to remember. These are all short way to remember kinds of pronouns. I think you all understood well and good. It's a lengthy chapter. I said goodbye to this chapter today. Of course, we started long back. So today you do much more work at home. You create yourself some examples, and just like homework you do it. Practice many times. That's what practice makes a man perfect. You do until you get it. Okay? Okay, I would like to ask you one question. The question of the day. Consent. Antonym of the word consent. It's very easy. Common word. So let me see how we are answering that. Comment it today itself. And don't forget to subscribe me. And have a nice day. Thank you.